Good day children, Sai Ram and welcome back. Let us revise the second part of the exogenetic processes part 2. Okay, here we are going to revise the exogenetic processes part 2, the second part of it. In the previous part we have already revised about the two agents, that is one is river and the other one is the glacier. Now let's continue with the lesson. The next one we are going to talk is about the wind. Okay, let's see the what is the work of the wind and the landforms formed because of the wind. The wind, as we know, the wind mainly is more prominent in desert as well as semi-arid regions. Okay, the erosional, the transportational and depositional work of the wind is more prominent in these places, that is in the desert and the semi-arid region. While if you have seen in the previous lesson, we have learned that mechanical weathering is also more dominant in such regions. Okay, so because of the mechanical weathering, the weathered material which is there, that is spread over a larger area in such areas, in such deserts and semi-arid regions. And just because of this, in such type of places, there are hardly any obstacles. Okay, and just because there are no obstacles, hardly any obstacles, the wind can easily carry the weathered material from one place to the other. For example, the sand particles which are lying down over there, the pebbles which are lying down over there, they get transported over long distances, and wherever the speed of the wind is becoming lesser, they get deposited over there only. So this is the work of the wind. So let us learn more about it. Let's see the erosional work of wind. Now, as we have learned in the previous part, I told you that the wind transports the weathered material from one place to the other. Now, when it is transporting the weathered material from one place to the other, what is that weathered material consisting of? It is consisting of sand particles, small pebbles, okay, all that is carried away from one place to the other with the help of wind. But when these materials are getting carried away, that time whatever rocks and all are coming in the middle, okay, these materials hit on the rocks and they erode the rock. Okay, the rock which is there present in the middle, it gets eroded because of this small pebbles, sand particles and all. Okay, and the rock gets so much it is eroded that it just gets a different shape only. For example, mushroom rocks, deflation hollows, yardangs, such type of land formation takes place just because of this erosional work of the winds. Okay, what happens? These pebbles or sand particles which are there, they erode the rock, okay, just coming in their way due to the friction. Okay, and this is how it leads to formation of mushroom rock, deflation hollows, yardangs, etc. Okay, so this is the erosional work of wind. Next thing we are going to learn is, here over here we can see the picture of mushroom rock. Here you can see the picture of the rock being eroded over here, and so it is looking as if it is a mushroom. So it is called as a mushroom rock. Okay, here you can see the yardangs. Okay, the yardangs are formed over here. I'll show you a diagrammatic picture of a yardang. Okay, now how this take place? Some of the rocks which are having soft part and the hard rocks. Okay, the soft rock which is there, that gets eroded. Okay, and the hard rocks doesn't get eroded. Just because of this, you can see over here how the yardangs are formed. Okay, the soft rock has been eroded over here. You can see the soft rock is eroded, while if you can see the hard rock is as it is. Okay, so just because of this erosional work of the wind, this type of landforms are formed, that is yardangs. Now let's see the depositional work of the winds. Now, as I had told you, when the speed of the wind is reduced, there only the weathered material gets deposited. Okay, sand particles that are of different shapes and size get deposited in the place where the speed of the wind has become less. Now those sand particles or those weathered material which are fine are carried over longer distance, while those which are not very much smaller in size, they get deposited in some nearby places over short distance. Okay, and just because of this, it's get deposited in deserts and semi-arid climate. Okay, and just because of this deposition, what happens? Landforms are formed like sand dunes, then barchans, then sieves, okay, then ripple marks, Lewis plains, etc. All these are the landforms which are formed just because of the depositional work of the winds. Okay, the fine particles are carried over long distance while the larger ones are carried over shorter distance. Okay, let's see the type of landforms formed because of this. You can see over here, it is showing the ripple marks. Okay, so this is the ripple marks. Then you can see over here, what are these called as? Barchans. Okay, sand dunes or barchans. Then what you can see over here, this is called as a sieve. What it is called as? Sieve. That is sand mound. Okay, sieve means sand mound. Yes, what is this? You can see the pebbles are. I had told you, when it is a larger ones, it gets deposited over shorter distance. Okay, now what is this called as? This is called as hamada. Okay, what it is called as? Hamada. Yes. Now if you have understood this part, just answer some of my questions over here. What is this figure telling you? What is this figure telling you? Yes, correct. It is the formation of mushroom rock. Then what about this? It is a barchan. Okay, it is showing a barchan. Then what about this? What it is looking like? Yes, hard rock and soft rock. That is yardangs. Okay, then what is this? This is a sieve or sand mound. Okay, it is a sieve. Okay, so this is how we have identified, and that means you'll have understood, I hope so. Now let's see the next agent, that is the sea waves. Mainly this type of erosional, transportational and depositional work takes place in the coastal areas. Okay, this type of erosion takes place in the coastal areas. Okay, now how these sea waves are formed? The sea waves are formed because of the winds and tides that cause waves. Okay, and these winds and waves, they come to the coast, and when the waves are coming to the coast, they hit on the coast. Okay, and just because of the hitting on the coast, what happened? Erosion takes place. Okay, some of the areas, some of the coastal areas, they have wide beaches. Okay, and this wide beaches, what happens? Waves carry out the depositional work over here. Okay, waves come out with the things. Okay, come out with the things from the seabed and deposits over here on this beaches. Okay, so let's see more about it. Let's see erosional work of the sea waves. Waves bring out water, stones, pebbles, sand particles, all these things they bring out when they are coming and going inside the sea. Okay, when they are coming out also they bring, when they are going inside also they take along with it. Okay, this leads to erosion of the coast. So at times what happened, due to chemical and hydraulic action of the sea waves, okay, due to the chemical action as well as the hydraulic action of the sea waves, also erosion can take place. And just because of this, landforms are formed like wave cut platforms, sea caves, sea arches, sea cliffs. These are the landforms formed because of this erosional work of the sea waves. Here you can see, okay, how the landforms are formed. Okay, here you can see the sea cave. Okay, you can see over here the sea cave is formed. Then this part over here, this is a sea cliff. Then this hollow part over here, that is a wave cut. No, this part over here, this part is called as the wave cut platform, and this is the sea arch. Okay, and this both you can see over here, it is a sea stack. So what is this? What is this diagram showing you? This diagram is showing you about the different landforms at the sea coast. Here you can see the actual picture, how it looks when we are going to the sea shore. Okay, it is showing the cliff, it is showing the area of cliff recession, then wave cut platform, how it is formed, that you are able to see it lively. That means not in a diagrammatic form, but directly how it looks like. Okay, children. Now here, what is this looking like? What is this looking like? It is looking like a sea cliff. Okay, the actual picture how the sea cliff looks like. Okay, and this sea cliff is also the formation of is also the erosional work of the sea waves. Yes, it is a sea arch. How beautiful it is looking like. It is looking as if it is a picturesque scenery. Yes, so beautiful picture we get. Okay, and such type of pictures mainly we see in the movies and all. Depositional work of sea waves. Now let's see the depositional work of sea waves. The eroded material which is there at the sea bed. Okay, even in the sea bed the erosion takes place. Correct? So whatever eroded material is there at the sea bed, this move towards the coast. Okay, and how it moves? Moves just because of the tides and the waves. Okay, just because of the tides and the waves, this eroded material comes out on the sea shore. At times it becomes fine due to attrition, that is hitting over again and again. It becomes very much fine. It becomes sand. Okay. Then deposition occurs at the places where the waves, the effect of the waves is becoming lesser. And where does the deposition takes place? Where the waves are little bit lesser aggressive. Okay, landforms are formed, like beaches are formed, sandbars are formed, lagoons are formed because of this. Okay, that is the depositional work of sea waves. Here is a picture of a lagoon. Okay, then what is this? That is a sea beach. What is this? It is a sand. What is this called as? Sandbar. Okay, between the sea, you can see over here sand is there, that is sandbar. Now let's see the next agent, that is the groundwater. Okay, work of the groundwater and landforms form because of that groundwater. Even groundwater plays a very important role in the erosional, transportational and depositional work. Okay, now what is this groundwater? The rainwater which falls on the surface of the earth. Okay, that is absorbed inside. Okay, and it gets accumulated in non-porous layers of rocks. Those rocks which are non-porous, in that it gets accumulated. Okay, through cracks and all it gets accumulated over there, and a water table is formed. Okay, through cracks, that is only called as groundwater. Next, let's see the erosional work of the groundwater. What is the erosional work of the groundwater? As we have already learned in our previous lesson, that water is a universal solvent. So, the soluble minerals in the water get dissolved and flow with the groundwater. Okay, the minerals which are soluble in the water get dissolved in it and flow along with the groundwater. This is the erosional work. Okay, at times what happens? This water gets evaporated. Okay, this water gets evaporated, or the volume of soluble mineral is more than the solubility of the ground. In such a condition, what happens? The deposition of dissolved material start over there. It gets deposited over there only. Okay, the soluble minerals which are there, they get deposited over there, and just because of this deposition, landforms are formed like sinkholes, then limestone caves. Okay, then stalactites, stalagmites. These are the various landforms formed because of the depositional work of the groundwater. You can see over here a sinkhole is formed. Then the stalactites and the stalagmites. What is the stalactites and stalagmites, children? I hope you all remember those part which is emerging from the ground. This part is your stalagmites. Okay, and those who are emerging from the ceiling, these are called as stalactites. Okay, here is the diagram showing you the stalactites and the stalagmites. Okay, so here you can see this part is your stalagmite and this is your stalactites. Okay children, I hope you all have understood this lesson very well. We have revised this lesson very well, so you should be very much ready for your exam with this lesson. Okay children, thank you children. In the next lecture we are going to start with the revision of the next lesson. Till then, thank you.